Here, you are rolling.
All right.
The interview begins.
All right.
So, Blake, if you were a tree, I'm not going to do that. Okay, I'm going to close you up. And here's your scoop if you want to open and close the window. I'll start you out with it open. It gets a little warm.
So can you open it all the way, too? Or?
You can, but it just makes noise. You don't get any fresh air.
Okay.
So the scoop is the maximum air.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
All right, it does cool down when we get rolling, I promise. A for air brakes, close, A for altimeter. Set. Ballast is out, belts are good, you're still belted.
Yep.
Connected the tow plane, canopy's closed, controls are free, trim is neutral, wind's non-existent, emergency left. Rally check.
Ground clear.
We are ready.
Fairbault traffic, rally 312, Romeo Alpha, taking off, 30 ladder, tow Fairbault.
Puffy white clouds to the right here.
Yeah.
Up there, those are the cumulus clouds that will mark the lift for us. So when Shane and I were flying, none of those were around anywhere. So you and I will be able to slide under one of those and not only get a little shade, but find some rising air. That's what it feels like. We just slice it into a thermal. And sometimes, instead of getting that lift upward, it'll go the other way. So you'll feel almost like you're falling for like a second, and then it flies again immediately. But even knowing that, your brain doesn't know that, right?
Yeah.
You're still gonna go. Yeah. When I first started flying, I kept thinking, are we gonna fall out of the sky now? How about now? And after a while, you realize that you know what it's more like? It's like being on a rowboat on the ocean. And the swells lift you and drop you, right? Except at least you can see the water. You know when it's going to start, when it's going to stop. In the air, you can't see it.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing to think like a huge 747 can get turbulence and just tossed around by some air.
Right. And one of those guys gets tossed around.
Yeah.
Yep. So this is the southern Minnesota Lakes region. You can see a bunch of prairie lakes and stuff. This is French Lake we're coming up on here. Probably also known as Hammerhead Lake, because I think Shane and I probably did 3 hammerheads over this one. It sounded like she was just starting to feel a little bit once you got on the ground. She was like, whoa. Yeah, she took a lot of them. Here comes the lift. In fact, another thing too, it is Blake, right?
Yep.
Some reason it starts sounding wrong. Okay. If when we're on tow here, if you watch the tow plane, anything that happens to him happens to us like 3 seconds later. So if you see his wings bobble around or him bob up or down, we're next. interesting. I've never tried to do a panorama from the glider.
I don't think it's possible.
You know what? It'd be cool, especially where I'm sitting. I can get my left wing, go right around and get you, and get my right wing.
Yeah, I think it reads with, I don't know if it knows. Yeah, it's too much bounce, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But I think I got an alright one there.
There's a pelican in our 3 o'clock, my right wing's.
Oh yeah. It's pretty high up. How high are we? So we're at... We're at about 3,000 feet.
Yeah, 3,000 feet above sea level.
So 2,000 feet.
Yeah, 2,000 above ground. So we're halfway up right here. We're gonna go to 4 above ground. It's like he's scraping some
altimeter says, what's the 29.9 then?
Yeah, the little hand's on the 5 and the big hand's on the 0. That's 5,000.
Oh, okay. What's the...
The little one is the pressure.
Oh, okay.
And you can go ahead and bring that back right now, Blake. We'll cut it loose. That yellow knob.
All right.
Nicely done.
Woo!
Yeah, he's out of there. Watch him for a minute.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah. He enjoys that part. We're going to go this way. We'll get our faces out of the sun and slow down a little bit.
How long has he been working with you?
This year he started. I usually keep the tow pilot for 1 season, at the most 2 seasons, 2 years, and then they have enough hours, they go interview with the airlines and they get a job flying a regional. So they're here to mainly build hours.
That's a good, yeah, good way to do it.
Yeah, you only pick up $100 a day and 4 hours in your logbook, they're happy. Because otherwise, you know, if you rented a plane to fly around to build your hours, it's like $150 an hour just to rent a plane and pay for the gas.
So do you get a lot of applicants for that, or usually
yeah,
just know somebody?
Actually. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I was just looking at, look at the middle of that lake. It looks like a mask, like some kind of mask and a hat or something. See,
yeah, oh yeah, like a pirate or something?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, give me my imagination here. But yeah,
oh, that's awesome.
So what were we saying? Sorry.
Oh, I figured you get a lot of applicants for that. And then I was going to ask you, but is that what town is that up there?
That is Northfield.
Okay.
Yep, and my right wing's pointing at Fairbault right here. You know, I do get a lot of people interested, but what I really ask of each of them is that, you know, if you come to fly, I need you for the full season. I can't have you, you know, fly 3 months and then decide that you're going to go, you know, you have enough hours or you're going to leave, because then I have to train the new guy and it takes a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get a lot of people that want to fly. Yeah, I can fly 3 days a week or 4 days a week, and I'm like, sorry.
Yeah. Are you 7 days or 6 days?
6. Yeah, we're closed on Mondays. I'm gonna turn to the left here. Yeah, Monday's the only day we're closed, and then we start Friday at 1 p.m. on Friday, so we get to sleep in a little bit. So, how does the motion sit with you so far? All right.
Good. Yeah. You know, I'm actually not as nervous as I thought I would be. Or,
Good. I'm really glad. It feels solid, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah. I mean, I'm the kind that gets a little nervous when you start coming in for landing on a commercial airline. You know, you're shaking a bunch. And
Yeah.
I know there's nothing to worry about.
Quite honestly, I'm not crazy about that either, because I like to know what's going on.
Yeah.
You have no idea when you're coming in whether they're working their butts off in the cockpit or whether they're, you know, talking about having a drink afterwards.
Yeah. Or sleeping. No.
Well, we'll head over town here. Head out over Fairbault. I'll tell you what, I'll save some of the maneuvers for near the end of the flight.
Okay.
That way, if it happens to hit you funny, then it doesn't wreck the whole thing.
Yeah.
So,
well, I'm pretty.
You feel pretty good so far?
I'll be totally fine. Yeah.
All right. Good.
If there's anything, I'll keep it to myself. But I don't. It's just, you know, you never ride in them, so you're like,
right.
You know.
Well, it's kind of funny with stuff like this. When half your brain is like, woo, bring it on, it's awesome. But then there's another part of your brain that's like, that's it, I'm gonna, you know, I need to empty my stomach.
Yeah.
Lord knows where that brain circuitry comes from.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, here's the basics of maneuvering a glider are this. If you want to try it for a little bit, take the stick with your right hand and hold it about halfway down, maybe even more, so that your right forearm is resting on your leg.
Okay.
Yeah, just grasp it low. We won't move it yet.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I know. You're not the only one who does that. So you're holding it kind of low, and that's how I fly. I just use my wrist. See, it's pretty sensitive, right?
Yeah.
And if I want to go left and right, you don't have to move it too much. If you hold it real high, people tend to fly like this, real jerky.
Yeah.
But if you hold it low, you don't have much leverage. So first of my 3 tips. My second tip is see the horizon off in the distance, way out in front of you.
Yeah.
That blue yarn in your canopy, is that visually above or below or right at the horizon? How's that sitting right now?
The top of it is about right on horizon.
Right on?
Yeah.
Okay. So by up, raising, lowering the nose, you can change that, right? What I want you to do is keep it right about there, lined up with the horizon.
Okay.
And what that accomplishes is it keeps your airspeed nice and steady, right? You don't have to look at instruments, you don't have to worry about anything. So that's how you control your speed. And last thing is turning. If you want to turn to the right, for example, and I'm going to come on with you for a minute. Actually, I'm not going to turn. I think we're in some lift here. Let's see. No, we're not. Okay. So I'm going to turn to the right. I'm going to move the stick right. As soon as I get an angle I like right here, I move it to the left just a titch. It locks that angle in. See that? And when I'm done turning, I move it left. As soon as the wings are level, back in the middle again. And the whole time I'm turning, notice I don't drop the nose below the horizon like that. I don't yank it up. I always just slide the yaw string along the horizon. Does that make sense?
Yeah, why does it hold when you're going the opposite direction? If you turn right and then you...
Yeah, okay, so yeah, if I turn right, watch this. If I move the stick right, if I don't bring it back, the glider would just go steeper, 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 steeper.
Yeah, momentum, you gotta... But it still holds.
It'll still hold. Yeah. It's different from a car, isn't it? So once you establish a bank angle, it'll stay there.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it'll stay until you move the ailerons the other way.
Oh, yeah, so you bring it back neutral, not like...
Yep, exactly. You brought it back to neutral, so it stays. Yeah, good question. Interesting concept, isn't it? All right, so let's hope you don't get bounced around as soon as you spend your first minute flying here. But all right, you have the stick still?
Yes.
Okay, why don't you go ahead and take it? You can move it. We're in some good lift here. Check it out. Top right instrument. Climbing at 500, 600, 700 feet per minute. We'll just keep going straight. All right, now we're out of it again. So you can move it any direction you want. Ease it back, ease it right, ease it left, ease it forward. Just small movements, see what it does. If you don't like it, move it the opposite way. All right, good right turn. All right, move it low to the left turn. Excellent. You're keeping that yaw string on the horizon pretty nicely. Good. And if you know what, if you bring the yaw string above or below the horizon, just change your speed. Nothing bad happens.
Yeah.
So it's just an approximate thing. Now you're doing great. We're gonna hit some more lift, I think.
That's a little scary when you're turning and then all of a sudden you drop.
I know, you hit the bumps. Like I say, try to imagine you're in a rowboat on the ocean and you're just hitting some chop. That's all it is. Go ahead and make a left turn again here. The lake will head out over Fairbault a little bit. Excellent. Keep going right around. Very nice.
How steep of turns do you take?
Yeah, you can actually point the wing right at the ground, 90-degree turn.
Wow.
Oh, you got some good lift again. You can level out right here. Excellent, just like that. Perfect. Now we're heading towards Walmart. I was telling Shay about this earlier. As soon as we got over Walmart, we hit some good lift. In fact, you see this cloud right here?
Oh yeah, that's Walmart?
Yeah, I bet that's a Walmart thermal.
Forever now, when I go by parking lots, I will always look at the cloud.
There you go. All right, you're doing great. Do you want to keep flying or do you want to relax a while? It's totally
I think I want to relax.
All right,
yeah.
I got the stick. Nice job.
No, that was really cool, but it's like...
I know, it's nerve-wracking.
I don't know what's going to happen if I go too far, you know? Or,
yes, I know. In fact, the more you kind of just ride along with me as I fly, you'll feel what's normal. You know, my instructor always told me, how could he expect me to hit a target if he can show me where it is, right? So, you know, part of knowing what the target is just how a glider's supposed to fly, you know. And you spent all 15 minutes in it so far, so I'm going to head under this cloud, like that. See, we're in big sink now. The Vario is reading -7. We're flying in a waterfall of sinking air.
So now we're just going to get skyrocketed?
Yeah, exactly. Which usually is right next to this. Here it comes. You feel it start right. Right. There it is. You start. There it comes.
That's awesome.
Look at that right there.
So is there like an unsafe, like it only goes up to 10 feet a minute?
Yeah.
Do you ever go up farther?
Oh yeah, we pin that needle often, and we don't even know how fast we're going up. So there's not an unsafe speed. It's once you're going up over 10, you know, enjoy the ride. You don't need to know how much more it is. I guess is what they figured.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head hit this one next cloud coming up. And, there's some sights over this way too. In fact, we're headed right towards a prison. See those white buildings on the edge of town right there?
Yeah.
It's a medium security prison. How's your stomach? Still good?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Totally good, yeah.
You're good. We are climbing again. Up we go. Sometimes the rising air gets under one wing more than the other and it tips you, which is alarming when you're first learning to fly.
Yeah.
Great, I'm going upside down.
What do I do?
I can't do anything.
Do people do flips in these?
Intentionally or unintentionally?
Intentionally. Yeah.
Intentionally all the time. Yeah, we can do loops and spins and hammerheads and all kinds of cool stuff.
Looks like an old business there, the cracked parking lot, or?
Yeah. In fact, that's right to the next side is El Tequila, the restaurant you're going to.
Oh, okay.
See it right there with the cars? Yeah, that's El Tequila. That used to be Kmart or something, I want to say.
Oh, okay. It's kind of cool to see.
Yeah, so when you go to El Tequila, you'll drive all the way through Fairbault, and that'll be your the last thing you see before you hit the freeway again. Yeah.
Do you ever do like North Shore and stuff? Or,
yeah.
That would be boundary waters and stuff.
Yeah. You know, I actually had these skis to try to bring. You saw the winch launch on my website?
Yeah.
Yeah, bring the winch launch to like Lutzen, because I could launch you down by the lake if there was some place to land, take off and land, and I could get high enough where I could get to the top of the mountain and run the valleys down with the glider, just rip it down through the valleys and land again. But there's no restaurants, there's no runways down by the shore. Yeah, that's a beautiful area. That'd be great to fly in though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be.
So I'm going to use my left wing to point at Shattuck St. Mary. So look off to the other side, like I'm going to use my wing like if there was a gun, I'd be shooting it right. See that building right there? Looks like a castle in the trees.
Castle in the trees.
Yeah. See the inflatable dome, that big puffy white dome?
Yeah.
Just this side of it, a couple hundred yards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's Shattuck.
Oh, nice.
It's a big hockey school. I guess they provided more professional hockey players to the league than anybody else.
Oh wow.
And we're right over the prison. Doesn't look like anybody's out in the yard today. God, that's going to be a depressing.
Yeah. We just toured the Stillwater prison.
Oh, did you?
A couple weeks ago. It was like my cousin works there. It's the 100th anniversary, and it's just like.
Does it make you never want to do anything wrong ever?
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
You live out here in Fairbault?
I live north of the airport, about 5 miles actually. So technically I'm in Lonsdale, and I have a Lonsdale address, but I'm basically on a lake in the middle of nowhere.
Awesome.
Which I like. This long building right here with a spire, I wonder if they're painting that.
There's scaffolding around it?
Yeah, there's scaffolding. It's usually bright white. That's the Academy of the Deaf. It's very well known in Minnesota. Up, it's more left. Up we go. Look at that. And there's Shattuck is right here. See the line of cars parked in front of that clock tower.
Another golf course, right?
Yeah. Doesn't that look like Hogwarts?
Yeah.
Yeah, another golf course, that's Legacy, that other one you're seeing over there.
That's awesome that you can just stay up all day and do this for no cost.
Yeah, it's absolutely. It's $55 to get towed up high enough to catch a thermal, and that's basically, if you have your own glider, that's your investment for the day, and you can just fly around everywhere. And if you get bored, you can do some loops, and cool maneuvers, and then snack, get up right up under the cloud, way up high, right under the cloud where it's nice and cool and shady. You can chat with your buddies on the radio.
Yeah.
Or you can just stand out and look at the planet and go, what an interesting species we are.
Yeah, it's amazing to have this perspective.
Yeah. Well, we're getting down a little lower, and so if we're going to do some stuff, we should do it here. Your head's okay?
Yep. Let's,
all right, I'll tell you what.
Real quick.
Yeah. We'll start out with just a straight ahead stall. So I'm going to raise the nose. It'll get kind of quiet. The nose will drop. You'll feel really light for 2 or 3 seconds.
All right.
We'll fly again. It feels like this.
Oh, that's awesome.
Falling without pain. Good.
But you can't even tell how far. I didn't look at the instruments, but
I know. We probably thought about 50 feet. Here's a climbing trick. Here's a half hammerhead to the left.
peaceful. Oh my god.
Isn't that cool? All right, good. Sweet turn to the right. Announce something on the radio. Fairbault traffic light is 37. All right, and then here is a full-on hammerhead. Ready? All right, so we did a half hammerhead. Close your air vent for this one, Blake. It's kind of nice when it's quiet at the top. We're going to see how quiet we can get it. That's pretty quiet.
Oh, man.
Feel the G-forces on that too, man.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I'm going to push. You're going to feel a little light as I level out. And we're back on top.
It's so much it's so smooth.
Yeah.
Like,
gliders are very sleek machines. You can open your vent if it's getting stuck in there. I'm hoping we catch some lift here. Ooh, look at that. There we go. And extend your flight a little bit if you don't mind a couple of circles.
yeah.
All right. If you look at your top right instrument, we're climbing at 200 feet per minute right over the golf course. Going 300 feet. So if we gain a little altitude, it'll extend your flight a few minutes.
Cool.
Sometimes the aerobatics will chew up 30 seconds or a minute or two. This is one of my favorite altitudes to circle at because you can make out enough detail on the ground which can be kind of interesting. Free license plates are probably too low.
Yeah.
I've had the scheme for years of printing up ping pong balls to make them look like golf balls, but put my logo on it, like 10% off glider right across the street. Every day.
That'd be so funny.
Yeah, drop a couple. I wonder if they'd say anything. Would you be ticked off if you were golfing?
No, that would be awesome. Or an employee, I'd be so happy.
One, two. Sounds like the cheapest runways. Not cheapest runways, the runway come up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there a person in there right now as flight control or?
Nope.
Yeah.
It's what they have is what they call Uniton, Universal Communication Frequency. So anybody arriving at the airport or leaving the airport will get on that frequency and announce their intentions.
Oh yeah. Oh, so somebody else just who's coming in for landing or something?
Yeah, yeah. So I'd say Fairbault traffic glider 37 miles left downwind, 30. And if anybody else is in the area planning to either take off or land, they'll be on that frequency. They'll go, okay, glider, I'm over here, so you go first, I'll come in behind you. So we kind of sort it out like that. But there's no control tower. Looks like I see another glider on the grass down there. Someone else is going to fly today. Oh, it looks like mine.
Oh yeah.
I bet it's Steve. Somebody else.
Feel like you don't really have to hold it onto the yoke or whatever the whole time, right?
Oh, you know what? I've always got my hand lightly on the stick. I'm flapping, I'm not touching it now.
Yeah.
And the glider does tend to stay,
You know, it doesn't seem like we get jerked around a bunch or anything, like you have to hold on to it. Yeah,
no, it's pretty smooth.
so So is this for size of gliders? Is this like a medium, small, large?
Yeah, this is medium. For a two-seater, it's pretty average. It's pretty average. Yep, I'm looking at the windsock and that glider for that airplane that just landed.
Yeah, I got that like 19 and a half to 19.8 11, so we picked up about 0.7. Yeah, sounds good. Thanks for the help today. I appreciate it, and that's the next time. Yeah, thanks, Chad. Thanks. Thank you. Take care.
Alright, so we're going to have to head in. Great. Flaps, we got these still. There's our runway down to the left. We do a downwind base and finally. That helicopter's taking up to the south.
Oh, that time he just went. Oh, it's funny that he's been using the runway. Are they?
Yeah.
Are they supposed to?
Yeah, the helicopters, yeah, they do, so don't confuse people, but I think it's done for the day. There you go.
Just park that at his house, or?
I'm not sure who it is. Usually they're very rarely privately owned. They're usually based at an airport or a helicopter flight school or something like that.
And do a lot of people do group sharing on these too? Like group ownership?
Yeah, not as much in other countries, but it's not unusual for a couple of people to be joint owners of a glider. Look at this bird right here. I think it's an eagle. What is that? Hawk. Now we find them over at the landing pad. If we could have found them earlier, we could fly over them a bit. I'm going to crack the spoiler because I think you're going to hear funny noise. See this glider being pulled out on the runway up ahead of us here?
Yeah.
That's a $300,000 glider. That's state-of-the-art, top of the line. He's got a self-launch engine in it. If you guys aren't in a rush, just stick around and watch him take off. It's a really unusual sight.
Huh.
He can flip an engine up, a propeller up, and self-launch, and then tuck it away and then soar all day.
Wow.
It's probably the most beautiful wing in the world right now.
Well, that was smooth.
Not too bad. If we were on grass, we wouldn't get that little screechy stuff going on, but
Let's stop quick.
yeah. And there's a big old skid out there. As horrible as that sounds, is it like a titanium skid?
Seems to be good. Seems smooth and cruise. Yeah, thanks for help.
It's the helicopter talking to the mechanic saying,
Thanks for.
yeah, it looks like you fixed the problem. It doesn't vibrate anymore. And that last one stays on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did the same thing.